Welcome everybody. So this is going to be your next 3-month overview, which is the April month represented by the Emperor, the Hierophant, which is the card number 5, which is May, and the 6th card, which is the Lovers, it's Gemini, right? Gemini season. So again, it's June. And I'm also going to add on 2 cards, which is the 9 of Pentacles, which is your own independent energy and how is it feeling, where is it at, right? What it's thinking about, any sort of things that we need to look at in terms of your own independent energy and how you are experiencing your or feeling about your energy in the 3D reality, and any sort of surprises or things that are going to happen in the near future that we might want to know about or to be better prepared for it, right? So yeah, there we go. This is the layout, and it's simple, it's easy, and it's fast, and it's basically the month of April, May, June 2025. So let's go. Taurus, so let's look at what's going on with you. Kindly like, share and subscribe my videos for me to pick up on your energies, because I need my channel to grow, yes, and I need to understand that this makes sense to you, that the readings resonate in whatever way they can. Again, reverse energies as it applies. It might be reversed for some of you as well, so take it as it resonates. All right. The 9 of Cups, okay, the 4 of Wands and the Moon. Okay, so you're telling me that you are desirous of a healthy functioning relationship, that it's been under the moon, which is, I don't know how much of a secret it is, but for you desire some sort of relationship construct that is based in wish fulfillment. This Taurus is telling me that they are very much desirous of a healthy functioning relationship, one that's based in emotional fulfillment. You're telling me that, Arya, it needs to speak to my own sense of wish fulfillment and how I love myself and how I choose to love myself, things that please me. I need somebody to, get involved with those things that I personally find really pleasing and that I personally find very fulfilling. I need somebody with the same language, same love languages, and it's not that difficult to balance up with somebody. It should be defined. It's exclusive sort of commitment here. It could be commitment, but any sort of exclusive sort of relationship that you are very much desirous of, and it's your secret desire. You keep it hidden under in your moonscape because you're like, for some reason, again, you are Taurus, you have a lot of pride too, believe it or not. Just saying, putting it out there, you are the Hierophant, right? And that's why you are very much prone to pride and that stiffness around your energy, which is, I'm not going to own that I have feelings, but again, that bull has a very soft heart. I mean, I know better because I'm your sister sign, honey. I'm a Scorpio sun. We have quite similarities. Like, we give other people a bit of toughness, but on the inside, we are very sensitive. So you're telling me that you're very sensitive to the idea of this. You have an ideal in mind in terms of what would personally please you in terms of relationships. And you've been looking for that. Subconsciously speaking, you are seeking that sort of relationship. Let's see, have you got it? The Queen of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the Emperor for the Emperor. Okay. So you're telling me that you understand your own sense of self-worth, but for some reason, you're telling me that you don't want to commit right now because right now you feel like you have this obligation to show a lot of empowerment. And for some reason, it's either this or it's either that. I can either be a feminine energy and accept the love and give the love and do the nurturing of a family, or I can be the masculine in order to, provide for my family. And for some reason, your family situation or your life right now does not give you that luxury of being in that feminine energy all that much. It's like you're desirous of it. You're desirous of it for the feminine energy. If you are the feminine watching here, I would like to tell you that you are desirous of some sort of equal share. Yeah, there's the Empress here. Again, you're telling me you understand your sense of self-worth, that you like nurturing people and you would love to give that, provide that nurturing, provide that TLC, which is time, love, care and attention, to the people around you, the people that you choose in your 3D reality. But for some reason, you are having to put on a brave face and deal with life's harshness because you're telling me that you're large and in charge in your life, and people look up to you for making decisions, and you have to make decisions on your own. You are very self-autonomous, and for some reason, you feel your energy is more leaning towards masculine for a very long time. and it's been hidden under the moon, which is, you know, in order to have a really ideal sort of relationship, you'll have to step into your feminine, and right now you don't have that luxury. And for others of you, if you are the masculine, you are looking for that feminine figure that would, I mean, not to be a anti-feminist or a pseudo-feminist, whatever you call it, just putting it out there, don't come at me with that. Again, the desires are the desires are the desires. I don't care about feminism and shit, all right? Let's get back to the point. The emperor, this emperor, you're telling me that you are somebody who's very strong-headed, you have a lot of responsibilities on your back, and you have a life to live, you have goals to achieve. You can't take no-nonsense sort of relationships that are, you know, fun, flirtatious, and casual. You don't have time for that. You'll eventually move on from it. But you're telling me that you want somebody who's stable and grounded in 3D reality, somebody I can depend on, somebody I can, you know, count on for providing my home with a lot of love, care, nurturing, and nourishment. If I can't, then I will move on, because again, I want something that I have in mind. I have an ideal in mind. I want a healthy functioning relationship where roles are very defined in the family dynamic, and that would really personally please me, to have a healthy functioning relationship. And you idealize that sort of vision, and you want that vision to come to life, and you have been trying that ever since. And whenever somebody does not meet the criteria of this Queen of Pentacles figure, which is very stable, very grounded, and she's very homebody sort of person, you know, a Queen of Pentacles is, and very stable, very reliable. You can depend on her for love, care, attention, and acts of services, real acts of providership in the family that the feminine does, traditionally the feminine role. You know, you're seeking that because you're highly masculine, so you are seeking a highly feminine in order to balance that equal relationship, and that's your secret desire. You've been looking for that. I feel like you're somebody who travels a lot too. With the Six of Swords, it's like you have traveled to places, and subconsciously you've met a lot of people, and you're trying to fit the bill, and you have tried to fit that relational bill to a lot of people, but nothing has come of it so far. I don't know. I don't see it right now, but I could. Let's see May. The Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Okay, there's some sort of growth here that feels very in the 3D reality, whatever it is. It could be a business thing. Right now I'm leaning to, you know, your career thing, your efforts that are being put in a certain direction, but it has halted. The growth has halted, and we don't want to see it. For some reason, we are blinded to it. We are blindsided towards it. It's like I don't want to look at that area of my life that has stagnated, and it has stagnated for such a long time, because the Seven of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, man, that is too much of suspension. It's like it grew so far, but then it stayed there, and it has stayed there for such a long time that you don't even know. It's not even showing the signs of any sort of movement or life at all, and it has been going on for a very long time, because the Hanged Man represents time too. So, and Seven of Pentacles also represents time. I mean, it has the potential. That's the downside to the Seven of Pentacles. Do you know what it is? It's that, you know, we grew something, right? And it grew to a certain place. So it has the possibility to grow more, but it's not. But it's not. It's right about at that point of suspension where you feel like anything could happen. If I let go of this, this will come back down to zero. And if I keep on persisting, maybe one day it will grow and reach to a 10, right? Reach to a 8, to say the least. But we don't want to look at this. We don't want to look at this sort of 3D reality that does not necessarily grow or show any signs of growth here. But we are holding on to it for some reason. The Ace of Wands, the Fool, the Chariot. You want to move towards a different direction here, but you can't. You can't see it. It's like there is something new on the horizon for you, and yeah, it's options. It's different options, trying out different things. You have that spirit in you that's telling you to let go. Again, that's that Taurian energy. Let me tell you, you are the second house. You are most fixed of all the fixed signs. No offense, please don't take any offense. It's just the signs, all right? We all have our superpowers as well as our kryptonite, right? So your kryptonite is, you know, you can be very stable, you can be very reliable, but it can act against you as well, because when you commit to something, which is the Hierophant, it represents commitment, right? It represents loyalty to certain beliefs, certain career, certain person, certain relationship, certain family dynamic, certain belief, whatever it is, all right? You can stick to it for such a long time, even at your own cost, even at the detriment of things not growing and stagnating and dying off eventually. Like it shows no life at all, but I don't want to change. I mean, I like the way I'm at with where I'm at, and I don't think I have the capacity to change. It's like you're not looking at it that you want to change and spice up things in a very different direction. You want to take off in a very different direction, something that inspires you, something that, excuse me, sorry, yeah, so something that inspires you a lot, and you're looking on the horizon for it too. You're waiting for the right time. I don't know, I mean, I'm sorry, I would believe you if you're waiting for the right time to take off in this direction, because your heart boldly points out towards this direction, and it's all direction, direction, direction. It's like, you know, I want to move in this particular direction. It inspires me, it gives me a lot of hope, and I want to blast open towards this because I feel like my heart is pointing towards this situation. My spirit is pointing me towards this situation, and it's like I could take off and I could blast open in this direction, you know. I just want to try it out. It's such huge energy, and you are blinded to it. It's like it's a growing feeling, but you're like, you know what, let me just wait it out. Let me just wait it out. That could also be the case with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. It's like, let me just give it more patience. Let me just give it more thought. Maybe if this feeling goes away, then I don't need to take off in this direction. Again, that's that fixed mentality. If I don't see results, why should I put myself into it, right? We all want results, honey, but again, for such a huge energy, you will never know if you don't try, right? There are some things that feel very foreign to us, you know, doing it for the first time. Even if other people have done it around us, we still don't believe that we could do it or we could have success in it. You're never going to know until you try. That's what I'd like to tell you. It inspires you, it gives you a lot of hope, it gives you a lot of direction, it gives your heart a lot of direction and a space for self-expression too. Like you could own this. Let's see the month of June. I'll get back to this, what it is, but let's just first look at this. In the month of June, I see your intuition. You're recognizing some sort of truth here. Okay, what is it? In one of your downtime in the month of June, you're going to realize some sort of truth. It's like your intuition is talking to you. Again, Taurus, you are a very intuitive zodiac sign. Nobody gives you credit for that, but you are very intuitive too. And I feel like your intuition is speaking to you. Like, hey Taurus, look at this truth. And I feel like you're recognizing it. You're going to realize some sort of truth here with regards to, I don't know what. Let's see. What is the truth here? It is in one of your down times, one of the resting periods that you're going to recognize it. Or it could be a dream too, because Four of Swords can represent resting, sleeping too. You know, having some sort of relaxation time or time out. Magician, the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. You want to connect or reconnect with somebody that we broke off from, and it's like, I don't know, what are you doing? For some of you, yes, you are reconnecting with a soul bond here, something that we stress over a lot, and it's like it has been stressful to think about this particular connectivity that we share with somebody or that we used to share with somebody, and it's like, man, thinking about reconnecting with this person is too stressful. I have a lot of fears attached to this situation. No. Let's not think about it. Let's see. Are you connecting or reconnecting? Or is this person in your life and you want to break off from them? Or is this somebody not in your life and you want to reconnect with them? Because you're willing it. You're manifesting something here. And you recognize it. Your mind recognizes that you're manifesting something and that you desire something. Your intuition is talking to you. You have very high spiritual aspects in you, man. You showed me the Moon, the Emperor, the Fool, the Chariot, the Hanged Man. Man, you're very, that's you. There you go. The Knight of, okay, so you're killing this. There's some sort of connectivity that you're killing. You're giving yourself permission to walk away from something in the month of June. There's some sort of loose connectivity that you don't care for anymore, and it's like, why am I wasting time on that? It's like it's more of a fuss than it's giving me any sort of results. It's like it's not providing me with a lot of results. I've been moving in this particular direction for such a long time, but I think you're slowly and steadily moving towards killing this situation, ending this situation, and abandoning too. It's the 3D abandonment. I think you were warming up towards leaving something behind. I feel like that could be the case too with the Seven of Pentacles. That might have been that sort of connectivity that you feel like, it grew so far. We have memories attached to this person. We have time shared for such a long time. Like we have shared years of connectivity with this person. Loose connectivity, not continuous, not consistent, but some sort of connectivity. And we didn't want to look at that. Like, how is it taking away from my energy, resources, and time? People will take up your time and space and not think twice about how they're wasting your time and not necessarily providing anything resourceful to you or adding to you if you let them. All right? If you let a person take from you, they will take from you. It does not matter who they are, right? Even your family will take that from you. So you've got to establish some sort of boundaries. And I feel like you're telling me that this hurts you to do it, but you feel like you've coming a, it's like when you do it, when you reach there, that point of exhaustion and complete like abandonment, this abandoning this, you will realize that I have been hurt over this. I've been carrying the pain of this. It has been hurting me for such a long time, and I didn't want to recognize it. It's like your heart is done with this, and you are nothing but all in pain with regards to this situation. It might be a third party situation as well, for some of you, yes. And it's like somebody betrayed you in a way, and somebody just exhausted you out of your own love and patience. And I don't know how you exhaust a Taurus out of their patience, but you really have to go out of your way to do it. But then again, I feel like you're ending this. You've made up your mind. You're slowly and steadily moving in this direction, and you have been moving in this direction for a very long time. It's like you're willing it from the gods to give you the strength to do this, to give you the strength to physically abandon it. Again, with Taurians, let me tell you this very clearly. Taurians will always detach first, emotionally speaking, intellectually speaking. They have walked away from a relationship, but they will not physically abandon it. Their physical body is the last thing to leave. With earth signs, that's the case. They physically leave a situation the last. Emotions are the first thing to go. Intellectual bond is the first thing to go, or probably the sexual bond is the first thing to go. Their spirit is the first to go, but their physical energy would stay in people, places, and situations that would not necessarily serve them well. For some of you, yes, this could be a home figure. This could be somebody that we feel accounted for, and it's like, it's my secret desire to have a healthy functioning relationship that cares about me, that cares for me, but there's so much distance between you and me. It's like we are sitting next to each other, but we don't feel things about each other. It's like it's cold relationship that you share with somebody, and you feel like there is nothing of value to be had from this, right? And if you are a real empowered person, you will always choose what's best for you and the people around you as well, because you've got a responsibility to do the right thing. Not just for you, but for others as well. If I can't give you this, if you can't give me this, if you can't fulfill me and I can't fulfill you, then I better let you go. Because I would rather have you the chance of having a new beginning that fulfills you, that calls to you spiritually as well as emotionally, rather than keeping you stuck with me on a very stagnant sort of situation that doesn't grow, that doesn't show any sort of growth or any sort of enthusiasm, excitement, anything. It shows nothing. It's nada. Let's see what the Ace of Wands is. Where do you want to take off, man? Ooh. Eight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been holding back from looking at this. Like, it's a repeating cycle here for some of you. I feel like the Four of Pentacles is always, I associate this with Taurus card, because for me, you guys are very, very fixed, and you tend to hold on to things because you're the King of Pentacles energy, right? A King of Pentacles is a resource gatherer at best, traditionally speaking. So whenever you gather resources, you tend to hold on to it very strongly, because that's the second house, our resources, right? And again, Scorpions have the similar quality, but you tend to have that in the 3D reality, in terms of, you'll hold on to people, places, situations, and relationships that are not even functioning, that goes against your grain, that goes against your growth and that sense of spirituality and doing the right thing. And is it the right thing for me? Is it feeding me, or is it taking more from me than give to me? And it's like you were holding back for a very long time to change your ways. and to actually come out of that blindness about something in your situation. I don't know what it is. You are not showing me. It's like you entertain that thought, sometimes out of the blue, that what it would be like if I took off in these different directions. Like, there are endless possibilities. If I were not here, what would I be doing? I could have done that. Oh, I could have been a hairstylist. I could have been a singer. Man, there are so many options out there. Nah, I think I've built such great things here around me that I'd better hold on to it, because I might lose it too. So let's not move too much. Let's not change too much. And it's like the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that, Taurus, you might want to change. Taurus, you might want to look at something that you've been avoiding, that you want to kill, that you want to abandon. It's a long time coming. All right, the blindness needs to come down, and you're going to have that breakthrough moment. I don't know what is that moment when you recognize the truth, because it's like your intuition and your mind is very hyper aligned with each other, and you just, it's like you're telling me that I have entertained that thought process of changing, but I've always held back from it. It's like I felt the change coming from within me and wanting to change, wanting to change things up, but I couldn't do it for some reason. I felt like I can never do it. I can never change my ways. I can never change my belief system. I can never change. I'm sorry it's so vague, but I feel like it's resonating with a lot of you at the same time, because it's so vague. It could be a relationship for all that matters. It could be a family dynamic. It could be a person in your 3D reality that is a friend. It could be anything. But I don't know what that moment is, basically. I would really love to know. So kindly come back and let me know about what happened there. But it was a very strong realization in one of your downtime, in one of your, I see you sleeping on your sofa, or probably resting on your sofa, some of you, and that's when you realize, it's like you were thinking, looking at the fan and just thinking about certain things. It's like that's when it hit you, like, oh shit, this is the reality. And I've been trying to move away from this. I've been wanting, my spirit is trying to abandon this ship for such a long time, but my mind was not recognizing it. It's like your mind was keeping you stuck, like, no, don't recognize the truth, even if your spirit was actually manifesting something else altogether against your brain. Let's see your independent energy here with the Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I'm just really stuffy today because there is no because. So there you go. That's you at the bottom of the deck. The Magician, there you go. Yeah, you want change. You want change, honey, for such a long time. It's like there is something that you used to desire in the past, and you saw a long-term potential with it, but it's like that is no more, and you have to abandon that. You've been cropping up that tower, and it's like it's under your will, under your will house. You are manifesting this breakdown of this sort of whatever goal that you wanted to have, whatever you were pursuing in your, 3D reality. It's like, I don't want to hold on to this anymore. At best, it feels like a friendship, and I don't care for it anymore. I don't want this. Why am I doing this? Why am I here? I can't make this shit up even if I try. Your independent energy is screaming at you like, I want to take off in a very different direction. Can I make this shit up? I mean, you're here. Look at yourself. That's you, the Knight of Pentacles. That's your energy. All right? What did I tell you? I'm good at this. I know that you want to take off in a very different direction. There is something that calls to you, man. In spirit, you feel like you could take off in it. And you've been slowly and steadily working your way towards opening yourself up, having the will to blast open towards this particular direction. It's like your physical energy keeps telling you, like, no, this direction. We want to move in the Seven of Pentacles energy. We want to keep ourselves stuck in whatever hanged man mode, whatever relationship that we have been holding on to really strongly. I don't want nothing new. No. I don't want nothing new. Let's just hold on to things that we have right now. It's that fear of loss that will keep you from wanting more. This Taurus wants more, so much more for himself and herself. Sex irrelevant. but you want something really more for yourself, and your spirit, it's like you're moving in this particular direction. Like your knight is telling you that in the 3D reality, this is the practical thing to do. I'm going to move in this particular direction. This is the relationship I want, or this is the career thing I want. No, no, no. Even if my spirit tells me that I should be moving in that particular direction, I will not. I will move in this particular direction. It's like it's moving in this direction. But your spirit is like, Taurus, you might want to move. We want to move. Your spirit is like this side. So your physical energy is moving this side, and your spirit wants to open up towards this Ace of Wands, whatever it is. There could be a past element attached to it, like you might have done something with regards to this in the past, like it could have been a goal that you pursued frivolously in the past, or it could be a person that you pursued frivolously in the past. And for some of you, it's not for all of you. And you want to renew that opportunity for yourself because you feel like your spirit is like, your time is now. This is the time to take off in this particular direction. It's the right timing. But your physical energy is like, no, 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 I'm going to keep on persisting in this particular direction. Let's not think about that at all. Whenever that inclination comes up within me, I will ignore it. I will ignore it like I don't even see it. Let's see if anything else is here. I see that Four of Pentacles energy quite strong in you, which is the need to hold on to things. For the fear of loss, for the fear of changing, for the fear of what could happen if I let this go and take off in a different direction. I would even lose this, what I have built over time. The Tower, change for some of you. The Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you want to take off in a particular person's direction. Somebody who's very passionate and ambitious, somebody who has a lot of goals, desires. We want to communicate to this person. We want to open the lines of communication with this person. With the Judgment here, yes. For some of you, I did call it, right? That you want to renew something in the past that you felt vibrant towards. It's like your energy felt so valiant and so big and huge that it could blast from within you. It's like you don't have that control over your own physical body. Like your energy is not in your control. That's how it feels. That's how gigantic and enormous it feels. That energy, right? That pull to move towards something and not apologize for it at all. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say. I don't care. This is the direction and I own it. My heart owns it. I own it. We are resting in that as well. Let's see what's going on. Let's see the Tower here. Any sort of changes, surprises that's coming your way? Let's look at that. It's somebody that you used to connect to and you used to talk to, and they brought out a lot of passion from within you. I don't know how else to put it. And your love chariot, your bold love energy was pointed towards it, and it still points to them. It's like you want to go over there, Taurus. It's like your spirit is talking to you and you want to go over there. That person was the last time you felt such inspired by, you were inspired by them. It's like they inspired your heart in some way, shape or form. The Strength, the Page of Cups, the Hierophant. Yeah, you have to commit to opening up or open the lines of communication with this particular somebody. Justice, Six of Wands and the Five of Cups. You have to do so with a lot of confidence. I feel like there's a lot of pride that I see in this particular Taurus. That's why I was talking about that initially, right? I knew it had to come back around again, right? That's why I said it, that Taurians are very notorious for having a lot of pride. It's like Leo, right? And you have a lot of pride in you. Will you give yourself permission to take off, and even at the slightest of bits, will you open up your heart space and open the lines of communication, having to put out that soft message? Because it would take a lot of strength, and putting aside your pride and committing to this particular direction of expression, emotional expression. Will you do it? I don't know, but I feel like the energy is here, and You're gonna surprise somebody. Whenever you open up, they will be surprised by your communication. It's like they did not expect it. They did not see you coming their way, or they did not see that communication coming their way. It's like, I did not see this coming. And you will surprise them too whenever you take action towards this. I feel like you're going to give yourself permission, because let me tell you, the Hierophant is more likely to say no than say yes, because he's a very uptight guy, just like the Emperor, you know, because he has to enforce a lot of responsibilities, enforce a lot of dialogues that are beliefs, that are systems of culture and the way of being, you know, in a society. Like, this is how we live, this is when we wake up, and things like that. That's what we spiritually commit to, right? It's outside of us. Anything outside of us is the Hierophant, right? The righteous way of living according to the world. But the High Priestess is more like, what does my heart say? A lot of people would say that, oh, let's take a right. But is it my right though? Is my right left? You know, it's kind of like that. It makes you question things. So I feel like you'll have to show some courage and put out the communication here. And I feel like that could be the person that we feel distant from, and we want a relationship secretly with this person. We feel like they could fulfill us, and we want to see them in our home. It's like, you know, it's like that highly feminine figure. I don't know how else to put it. You imagine this person in your home, and you imagine this person being the perfect feminine, the provider of the home. Not trying to be sexist here, but that's the thing that I'm getting here quite prominently. It's like they could take care of my home. I can't make this shit up. But you have to put out that offer towards this person. They're an equal, honey. They're equal to you. The Empress here. Somebody who's very generous with their heart space, with their love, care, attention. She's the most productive of all the tarot cards in the whole deck. She's the most productive of all. She just produces. It's like she gets one thing and she makes 10 of Pentacles out of an ace. That's how productive she is. And when she comes to a home, she's more like, you know, giving love and nourishment to everybody, caring for everybody, and being generous with her love, time, and attention. It's like she overgives, but never undergives. So I feel like we feel they could be with us, but we secretly desire this person, but it's like we are too uptight to say anything, or we are too uptight to leave our pride out and talk about the things that we want. The Magician, the Death, the Page of Pentacles. It requires a lot of transformation within you, and killing things out, cutting things out of your life that doesn't necessarily serve you. And there you go. Can I make this shit up? I mean, seriously. It's under your moon to offer this to somebody. Having a relationship, it would personally really please you. But you dare not admit that something makes you unhappy, that your wish, a certain wish of yours, is unfulfilled. No other cup is fulfilling you, because you understand who is going to fulfill you. It's like it's that person, it's that cup. I have ID'd them as my Empress. I have ID'd them as my home person. That is my ideal that I'm looking for. It's like you can't believe that such a person exists. It was always your desire and ideal, but to see that in the manifestation of a human person in the 3D reality, it's like, shit. They look like the same. They not just look like, but they behave. They have similar values, like what I'm seeking in terms of family. What is wrong with this? Am I dreaming? I don't know. You have to invest more and more into killing something and move towards. I saw something similar for your shorts. I don't know. It was probably this Sunday's shorts, or a week prior to this. Yeah, kindly check that out, because you had the same cards, the Death and the Page of Pentacles, in the same position, and it's like you were ending something and you were slightly preparing yourself to open up towards a very different direction, and it's like your energy felt more freer to move about the cabin, and you were happy that you did it at all, because now your energy freed up to pursue something different. I did not know what you pursued, but for some reason I'm getting that same thing back. That's what you realize, what your heart points to. That's what you're realizing here. For some of you, yes, it's a lover's connection. It's a very strong connection here, soul bond type of situation that closed out probably in the past and we moved away from it. We told ourselves to move away and step away from this and not look back ever again. But it's like it's coming back around for you to look at, because the feelings over time hasn't changed. We have repeating energies at this point. We have all repeating cards. I can't make this shit up. All right? So I hope you know that. You're going to realize that in the month of June, that it's somebody that our heart points to, regardless of whether we have distance between us, whether we walked away or they walked away from us a long time ago. But time hasn't changed that feeling. Time hasn't changed our boldness of heart and our depth of feelings that we feel towards this person in our energy. Yeah, work things out with that person. Probably you might have worked with this person as well in the 3D reality, but it's like you keep their value in your heart. You know, you've been carrying their value subconsciously in your heart, and you've been looking for a similar person all your life. Or you might want somebody similar, just like that. It's like subconsciously you're seeking that, but you can't let your mind to see it or your mind to recognize it. It's a 6 of Cups. I mean, yeah, there might have been a tiff here with this person. There might have been an argument with this person. A lot of battle of wills. Some sort of argument that broke things off, or probably competition surrounding this person or you. And it's like we constantly fought for this person's attention. And the last time, the things that broke off and we had to walk away from each other, things might have ended up in an argument, and heated argument too. It's like, I don't know how else to proceed this person. Because again, if you have identified this person as a Queen of Wands, you also understand that, again, the Queen of Wands has a very fiery sort of communication. She is a no-nonsense kind of person. She takes no prisoners, and she doesn't apologize for her words too. I mean, that is the complete package that comes with it. Again, with every positive, there comes a negative. Like you have a lot of pride. They have also a lot of pride, and they have a temper attached to them, which is sexy though, but at times it gets like, you are frustrating me. Why aren't you behaving this way? Why did you speak to me like that? It's kind of like that, you know? Like, they're your equal. They are your equal. I mean, they challenge you a lot. They make you think about things. They make you think over your own life, and they give you a lot of perspective over what did just happen? What did they say to me? Like, you think about it. Because it's a substantial connection, it's a soul bond. The 9 of Wands, yeah, you're blocking it. But your spiritual self is like, this personally pleases you, Taurus. You might want to check that out. But you're like, no, they were angry at me the last time. They shouted at me. I don't like this. It hurt my pride. It hurt my ego. Look at this. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. It's your equal. I'm telling you. And it's like, no. Even if they please me, I don't care. I'm not going to move towards them. I don't care. That's it. Let them be. The Devil, the Moon, the 5 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the 2 of Swords, the 4 of Cups. I don't know what that means, but let's bring out anything more, anything else from the universe. Okay. The Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. Right now, you're just blocking yourself from moving towards this person. It's like you take 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards. And even if you open up towards this person, it's going to be with a lot of caution. You know, you feel like you've been blocked from this person's life, or that you've been blocked towards taking action towards this person. But regardless, I feel like, no. You feel like they have blocked you. But they haven't. I feel like there is some sort of way that you could connect to them. Otherwise, you wouldn't be showing me this much energy. The universe might have told me that there was a possibility to not connect with this person, that you have been blocked. I would have seen so much of 9 of Wands and 7 of Wands shit. But I don't think you assume that they would block you, or you assume that they have blocked you, but they haven't. There is some way that you could approach them. I don't know, email, Instagram. They have blocked you on Instagram. Well, then emails. Try email. Try another thing. LinkedIn. Any sort of app. Whatever it is. WhatsApp. Whatever. I don't know. Facebook. Ping them there. Call them, message them, whatever. I feel like you can take action. But I don't know if you're giving yourself permission though. I'm not throwing shade at you. Don't take it that way, please. But I feel like I'm seeing that Taurus MO pattern here today. Modus operandi. It's like, this is the Taurus. This is the most Taurus we can get in a Taurus reading. It's kind of like that. And I love it. I love it. I love these types of readings. I love the Taurian energy. Let me tell you. If you can't depend on a Taurus for anything, for life, I don't know. I don't trust anybody else though. Let me tell you that very clearly, because you guys are the most fixed and dependable of other people, of any other, as compared to any other sign, sorry. The Ace of Pentacles, yeah, of connecting or reconnecting with somebody else and letting go of something else altogether. It might be that in order to make space for this person, you know, to have this person embedded in your 3D life, in your foundation that you've cultivated. If you want them there, then connect to them, make them a certain offer, come up with a plan, and kill something else. Kill something else. There's something around you that keeps you from moving in this particular direction, or it might be something within you, you know, your ideals. Like, I decided that I want a black haired person, even though they look and behave in certain ways that are quite reminiscent of my ideal, or that are very close to my ideal I'm looking for, but their face is not the same, so I don't want to pursue them. Again, you can only manifest energy of love and the relationships, but you can never manifest what it's going to look like. We don't have that sort of luxury. The universe does not give us that sort of luxury. Let me tell you, you cannot manifest a person, you know. So put out that offer, make that offer of connection, reconnection with somebody, and do it. You're good to go. You have so much spiritual energy in you. Use it for yourself. So yeah, that's all I have for you, Taurus. I hope this helped, and take care.